Well, blessings to you. You know, summer vacation time is fast approaching. So if I were to ask you if you would rather go to the beach or to the mountains, what would you say? The beach is so much fun. You can walk through the sand, which feels so good, in between your toes. You can look at the seagulls as they twit from one place to another. You can listen to the waves as they come in so magnificently. On the other hand, the mountains are something else. You can rent a cabin in the woods and really rough it at 5,000 feet. You can sightsee. You can go to places where you can even see 5 states at one time. Lots of walking trails and just plain rugged beauty. Personally, I would select the mountains, because I started in the ministry doing mission work in the Appalachian Mountains. And secondly, because of Psalm 125, where the psalmist has written, "Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people from this time forth and even forevermore." That's right, his surrounding presence in your life through his blessed word and his sacraments, that's continuous. He will never not be there for you. So why would you and I ever want to stay down in the valley? That's what happens when you don't trust in the Lord. Then you introspect. You look inside yourself for answers you're just not going to find. There's absolutely no lasting help for you or for me by looking within. And that happens because of your sin and my sin, which causes us to think that we can take care of our own lives. We may even go a whole day without ever thinking much about God at all and what he's done for us through his Son, Jesus Christ. Indeed, we at times think we're pretty self-sufficient. But as time goes on, we discover that's not true. Things happen, tragedies, difficulties, hardships, disappointments, conflicts, health problems. First is one thing and then another and another after the other. And there you are, down there in the valley, yelling for help, looking within instead of to him. And God says in effect, "Hey, I'm right here." Like Peter walking across the water to Jesus. He was doing just fine until he started looking down at the wind and the waves. And then he began to sink. But Jesus said, "Hey, I'm right here." All he had to do was to keep his eyes on Jesus. When you're down in the valley, there's only one direction for your eyes to look, and that's up. The psalmist also has written, "I will lift up mine eyes to the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth." And I figure it this way: if he made heaven and earth, he can surely help me in my life and distress, whatever it might happen to be. So what are you going to do today? Are you going to stay down there in the valley? Or are you going to trust in the Lord? Mountains don't move. Mountains are tough. They're strong and sturdy. And if you're like a mountain, you're going to get his strength. Because God is the mountain of your life, on whom you may confidently lean. But if you turn away from the Lord, you're going to start to slip down to the valley again, because you're not praying as you should, or reading his word as you should, or studying it, or attending Bible class or church, or the sacrament of Holy Communion as much as you should or could. Because those are the means the Lord has supplied to keep you like a mountain. Go there all the time, because you have an all the time God who says to you, "Hey, I'm right here. I haven't gone anywhere." Indeed, those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved but abides forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is around about his people from this time forth and even forevermore. Celebrate with me today that roundabout God you and I have today in Jesus Christ. Talk to you, God willing, next week.